Hey, it's summertime. It's low season in Zihuatanejo, so let's talk Mexican money. The peso, abbreviated as MXN, is one of the oldest currencies in the Americas, dating back to the mid 1800s. It replaced the real, that was the Spanish currency that was in place during the 16th centuries up until the early 1800s. Peso means weight in Spanish, which I believe refers to the weight in gold or silver of the coins. This is a common name, as a half dozen other countries in Latin America also call their currency peso. And the British currency is the pound. I bet 300 years ago there was a lot of weighing money. Fun side story, the word dollar is a translation from valley in German. In Bohemia in 1520, they named their coins after the town where they were minted. So Thaler, Thaler, was the town that produced these coins. And then they ended up just, all these other countries ended up translating that word into their own kind of version of it. So that was how they got from Thaler to dollar. And about 15 other countries use that same kind of system for naming their currency, including the United States and Canada and a bunch of other countries that use dollar. The current Mexican peso is actually the Nuevo peso. From the late 1970s to the early 90s, the original peso experienced hyperinflation. The peso went from 12 pesos per US dollar to 3,000 per dollar. In 1993, the Mexican government and the Bank of Mexico issued this new currency replacing the original peso at 1,000 to 1, which made it about 3 to 1, 3 pesos per US dollar. So over the last 30 years, there's only been moderate inflation. And actually, since 2020, the Mexican peso has been one of the best performing currencies in the world. In 2023, the peso gave you the best return versus the US dollar and was only five currencies that gained value on the dollar in 2023. And the peso is one of the top 10 traded currencies in the world since 1993. It's been a fairly stable currency, which I guess if you're from, say, Argentina or Venezuela, you can probably appreciate. In 1997, Mexico stopped printing Nuevo on the Nuevo peso, and they just referred to it as the peso. I'm assuming similar to like New Coke and then Coca-Cola Classic, and now it's just Coke. Today, the Mexican peso is one of the most traded currencies in the world. As I mentioned, it plays a crucial role in the financial markets, especially here in Latin America. Its value is influenced by various factors like the economic performance, Mexico, the trade relationships that they have, and then the global market trends. And the peso's exchange rate with the US and Canadian dollar is particularly significant given the close economic ties between these countries. The peso is also a reflection of Mexico's cultural identity. I'm sure if you've looked at the banknotes, you can see this. The bills and the coins are adorned with images of Mexico's heroes, historical events, and cultural symbols, and they serve as a daily reminder of the rich heritage here. The currency serves as a bridge between Mexico's past and the present, and the paper currency is really colorful and fun to look at. I think this is pretty common outside of the United States, but the paper currency is all different sizes. And I'm almost positive this is to help the vision impaired differentiate the bills. Not sure why the United States can't figure this out, but hopefully one day we will. Since the new peso in 1993, like all currencies, there have been several updates. The coins have mostly remained unchanged over the last 25 years, except for some commemorative coins they produced about 15 years ago. And then they're all made of stainless steel or aluminum, bronze, copper, zinc, and nickel. the government started producing the most recent version of the paper currency in 2018, and they finished this kind of iteration of that currency in 2021. They added a bunch of anti-counterfeiting measures, basically. The 20, 50, and 100 bills are made of a polymer material. This has a better environmental impact because it lasts a lot longer than the paper money, and they're really difficult to counterfeit. And then the 200, the 500, and the 1,000 peso notes are made of paper. The Bank of Mexico already has plans to produce a 2,000 peso note if they need to, but this really seems insane to me. Have you ever tried to pay for some 200 peso item with a 500 peso note? I mean, it's almost impossible. All right. Anyway, let me know what you think of this video. Hopefully you learned something, and we'll see you in Mexico soon. All right. Take care.